Hey guys, this is Smithy. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is a very special one. I'm going to talk about my top 3 from every category. I wanted to do this video again just because there's a lot of things that have changed in my routine. Some of them are still staple products in my routine, but most of them I feel like have changed. And that only tells me how much like the quality is changing in the makeup industry. So I wanted to share my favorite products with you. If you're ready, let's begin. So I'm gonna go in the way I apply my makeup so that I don't miss anything. Okay, let's move on to the brows. For the brows, I mainly stick to drugstore. This is one area which I feel like I don't need to splurge more into like high-end makeup. But saying that, I always find benefit precisely my brow in Ultra 21 Days of Beauty, and that is when I snag it because then it reaches the drugstore price and I absolutely love that product. From the high-end makeup brands, that's the only brow product that I would recommend, but generally everything is from drugstore. This is a constant product that is always there in my rotation. This is the Loreal Brow Stylist Definer and I always find mine in the shade Dark Brunette. This is the one I'm currently using. This is the Maybelline Express Brow Pencil and this one is in the shade Deep Brown. That's what I have on my brows right now. And for brow pen, I generally use this NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen, and this one I think is in the shade Espresso. These are the only products that I use for my brows and I'm very content the way my brow looks. I am not the person who applies brow gel, so I would not recommend anything. I've not applied a brow gel in like ages, so I don't want to recommend the things that I do not use. So these are the brow products that I definitely wanted to recommend to you guys. Okay, let's talk about primers now. Primers, as soon as I knew that I wanted to pick my top 3 primers, it was no questions asked. These are the top 3 primers that I would recommend. The first primer that I wanted to recommend is for anyone who is struggling with pores. If you want a pore blurring primer, look no further. Go for the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer in the liquid version. This is so beautiful. I was not a big fan of their putty primer in the tub form, but this one I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. I don't think there's any week that goes without using this product. That's how much I love it. I really appreciate this product, especially when I am in like the peak of the like spring and summer where I experience most pores in the center of my face. That is when I apply this product. I really love this one. The second product is when I want to show my face as like glowy. I generally am a very matte person on my face, and that's mainly because I have a combination skin type. There's very seldom chances where I really like my face to glow. But after I discovered this product, I really love this product. I can wear this anyhow. I can mix it with the foundation. I can wear it underneath the foundation. I can use it as like a glowy like highlighter on my cheek. Absolutely love this product. And this is the Saie Super Gel. This one is the main shade, like the original shade. This is Star Glow. This product is absolutely magical. I cannot recommend this enough. Even if you have oily skin type, you would absolutely love it. This gives such an amazing glow to the skin. Let me show you. You can see this is my skin, how it looks like original, like generally. I'm gonna take a very tiny bit, you can see that. And I'm gonna just rub it. There's absolutely no residue or anything. It's not sticky by any means, but you can see that glow coming through. This is the before and after. Look at that. It's such a beautiful ethereal glow. The skin looks healthy, and that's what I love about this product. It really is amazing. Even if I apply it on top of like my full face of makeup on the high points of the cheek, it will make that skin glow. I absolutely love it. Okay, so that's my second primer that I wanted to recommend. Now the third primer is all for my like combination oily skin type girlies. If you struggle with your makeup not lasting for a long time, or your oils coming out throughout the day, use this product. Danessa Myricks Balm Powder. Mine is in the number 4. And this is such an awesome product. This is like my foolproof makeup day product. Like if I'm going for into a humid area, if I'm going for a hike, if I'm going for anything like that I know that I'm gonna stay oily, I just apply this product. My skin feels fresh. My makeup stays intact on my face. cannot recommend this enough, especially for my combination oily skin type girls. You would absolutely love it. Okay, let's move on to foundations. I only have one foundation and I have two skin tints. Majorly, they all perform like foundations. Okay, so let's take the foundation out of the realm. The Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup. This again, it's my glam foundation. If I want to look glam, poreless, like absolutely flawless on my skin, this is the product that I go for. I have mine in the shade 4N1, which is shell beige, and this matches me absolutely perfectly. This is such an amazing product, like full coverage product. You can definitely customize it, apply, mix it with a foundation to make it a less coverage. If you want more coverage, just go with like a tiny bits and pieces and you will see like flawless coverage. I absolutely love this. Now the next two are from drugstore and they have absolutely floored me. That's how much I love this product. The most used two skin tints in my collection, I would say, is these two. One is from L'Oreal. This is the True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum. I have mine in the shade 4.5 to 5.5 Rich Medium. This is my winter shade. So you can see it's a tad bit lighter on me, but I do tan. Oh my gosh, my table is full of makeup. I do tan pretty fast, okay, and pretty quickly. So I change shades also very quickly. But for summer months, I cannot even tell you how much I've used this one. And this is the Maybelline Super Stay 24-hour skin tint. I have mine in the shade 322 and this is my tan shade. So you can see the shade difference. This matches me right now perfectly, and that's because I am a little bit tan. And this is my winter shade. But saying that, I've gone through bottles and bottles of this product. This is the product that I discovered this year and I non-stop use it. Like I at least use this 4 out of 7 days a week. I absolutely love this product. I cannot recommend these things, but if I have to recommend one thing, I would recommend the Maybelline one. It is absolutely gorgeous. Let's move on to concealers. I have one drugstore concealer that you know I'm going to talk about, which is the Milani Conceal and Perfect Concealer. I have mine in the shade 145 and it matches me beautifully. It's a little bit more on the thicker side, so I apply this more on the glam days. A little goes a long way. You don't need to make that whole triangle, just a little bit on the inner part of the eyes and outer corners of the eyes, and that's all that you need for this product. This is a flawless product from the drugstore. I am yet to try the NYX Bear With Me concealer, which I will try very soon. I know a lot of you guys have been recommending that product to me and I will buy it. I'm very soon I'm going to make an order from Ulta and I will put that in my cart. Another product that I swear by, and I'm almost out of it, I'm actually out of it, is the Tower 28 concealer. I have mine in the shade Pali. This has been used and abused. Like this has been in my collection, and from the time it's landed in my collection, non-stop I've used this product. I love this. It's a very serum like hydrating concealer, but it gives the coverage. It's so lightweight on the skin. It just does whatever I want it to do. It covers my dark circles, it color corrects me. This was a little bit more like on a peachier, like goldener tone for me, but it worked very nicely because I got tan very quickly and this was in constant rotation for me. The third product that I want to recommend is the Lancome Tinted All Concealer. This also works absolutely beautiful. I wear this in my summer months just because it's a little bit more on the yellower side. I have mine in the shade Bisque Warm. They sent out this shade to me. It was a little bit more warmer, but the formula is absolutely amazing. Again, very lightweight on the skin, but it covers everything. I absolutely love this formula, and that's what I'm talking about. Okay, let's talk about bronzers. Again, this was a category which was like no questions asked. I knew exactly what I wanted in my bronzer. Two of them are cream bronzers. The first one that I want to recommend is the Rare Beauty bronzer stick, and this one is in the shade Always Sunny. This is little bit more deeper on me, works beautifully when I'm tan. So this I used so very much this year. We traveled this year a lot than usual, and that was absolutely handy for me. The second cream bronzer that I want to recommend is from LYS Beauty. This is also an amazing product, especially if you like a little bit more like a glowy bronzer. The Rare Beauty one blends out to be a matte finish. This one still blends out to be more of like a dewier finish. Oh my gosh. And this one I have in the shade Harmony. This matches me perfectly all year along. When I'm tan, this is a little bit more on like a effortless bronzer kind of an effect. It's not like deep dark or anything like that, but it works beautifully. It blends like a dream. And if you're looking for a powder bronzer, go to the drugstore, go and get this. This is from L'Oreal and this is the Infallible line. This is a 24-hour fresh wear and I have mine in the shade medium. It blends like a freaking dream. It is so smooth on your face. I even love the powder product of this that also always stays on my vanity. I'm not going to talk about this just because I feel like all of these things come in very handy. So all the Infallible line all together, I would highly recommend, okay? But this bronzer is very smooth on the skin. Cannot recommend this enough. If you've not tried this, you need to try this. So pretty. This is again like a repeating favorite in my collection. Next, let's talk about powders. I feel like many of you can guess which powders I'm going to talk about. And out of which, I feel like one creeped into the top favorite for this year, but rest, both of them were there in my last year's favorite too. I'm very hesitant in talking about this because the formula has changed for this one. This is the Givenchy Prism Leap powder. I'm talking about the older version of the powder, which doesn't have any shine, and this was amazing. I have mine in the shade number 4 and it is the one with medium to tan skin tone. This one, I love this product. It blurs my skin. It's like a magic in a bottle, I would say. This is such an amazing product. I am going to cry when I run out of this. Or Givenchy, please do not get back this formula because I would be devastated. Okay, let's talk about a drugstore powder, loose setting powder. I have no pressed powder to recommend for this because I feel like all these loose powders just excelled in their category, so I didn't want to recommend anything out of the norm. But if you're looking for a pressed powder, Charlotte Tilbury, L'Oreal Infallible, LYS Beauty, all of them have an amazing powder formula which is in a pressed powder format. But let's talk about the drugstore one, Milani Conceal and Perfect Blur Out Powder. Again, I look for a blurring effect when I'm looking for a powder, and this from the drugstore definitely does that. I love the sifter and I love the packaging that it doesn't go anywhere. It's not flying anywhere. It does the job that it wants to do. And this one is in the shade Translucent, which is number 1. And last, certainly not the least, the powder that I waited for the longest time to try out and which knocked my socks off was the Huda Beauty powder. This one is in the shade Peach Pie, and I cannot tell you how much I use this. I use it very sparingly, but I use it every day of my life, especially in this T-zone of my face, because this also is like magic in a jar. It blurs out my face like no other. I absolutely love this powder. I don't think I'll be ever without this powder. Huda, definitely do not change its formula. I don't care if it has fragrance or not. I'm more of a fragrance person, so I love the fragrance of this. It definitely has a fragrance. If you have a preference or if you're allergic to like fragrance product, there is a fragrance free product. I don't care, but I need this formula of the powder ever. Like, I want this to exist all throughout my life. So this is definitely my top favorite product from the powder section. Let's talk about blushes. One is a cream blush, one is a liquid blush, and one is a powder blush, okay? And everything works very nicely on my skin. Let's talk about the first product, which is in a powder format, and that's from Haus Labs. Haus Labs blush. This one is in the shade French Rosette. I'm in love with the shade as well as the formula. It is such an amazing product. It is pigmented. This is the product that I have on my face today. I've applied like a light layer of this on my face, but it works so beautifully. I was absolutely in love with the shade. These are like my kind of shades and I absolutely love it. Cannot recommend this enough. If you are experiencing, obviously these are a little bit on the pricier side. Definitely grab it on a sale price. You will not be disappointed. And I love the packaging too. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful packaging. Let's talk about a cream product. This is from an indie brand called M Cosmetics. I have raved about this product a lot. This is my everyday blush, and this one is in the shade Demure. I know, very demure, very mindful. This is how I go to office, okay? I love this product. This is my shade in a bottle. Like, if you're wondering what this shade reminds me of, if you know the Natasha Denona My Cheek Trio, this one, it's very similar to this shade. When you apply it on your face, both of these looks very similar. So again, this one is the cream blush. I don't know what is a cream blush shade, but yeah, the My Dream cream blush. It's very similar to this Demure shade from M Cosmetics, but I feel like Demure is definitely more blurring on the skin, whereas the Natasha Denona one is more like effortless. It's more like skin-like on the face. This is more like matte and blurred out. So I highly would recommend any shade. I also have a shade called Lychee with me from M Cosmetics that also I absolutely love. That's a more peachy shade. And then I also had like more of an orangey shade, which I gave it to my sister, which was in the shade Passion. The next liquid blush that I was absolutely amazed from, because I loved the formula, is from Glaminatrix Cosmetics. These Glaminatrix Cheek and Lip Flush, I've applied it quite a bit on my lips, but as a liquid blush, this is amazing. I have all the shades with me, but this is definitely by far the most used shade. This one is in the shade Lavish. I also have Sunny, which is a bright orange. I use this a lot. It's more of a mauve shade, which is called Gentle. And then, where are the rest? This one is in the shade Petal, which is more like a light peachy shade. I think that is it. If I'm missing something, I think I'm missing one more shade, but what I'm talking about is the formula, and I absolutely love this formula from them. It blurs out, it melts into the makeup so effortlessly. It shows the pigment. Definitely, it's more of a buildable product. You can apply a very little amount, but it just blends like a dream. I absolutely love this product. This has definitely been my top favorites for the year for sure. And I cannot tell you how much I love this. This is beautiful product from Glaminatrix. Next, where are we heading to? Highlighters. Let's move on to the highlighters. One product, one highlighter that you know that it's going to land up in my collection, and I would not say that it will not, because it will, and it is from Makeup by Mario. This highlighter in the shade Golden has always been in my favorite, and I just love the way how it feels on my skin. It's just such a beautiful product. Obviously, you can see a dent going on. If you see a dent in a highlighter, you know how much I love it, okay? This is such an amazing product. I absolutely love everything that Makeup by Mario has in his collection, but this is by far like my favorite thing that he's created. It's really pretty. Let's talk about the second highlighter. I feel like this highlighter again surprised me. It's such a thin highlighter, but the way it shines on my face, I absolutely love. This is the highlighter that I'm wearing today, and it is from Rare Beauty, and this one is in the shade Flaunt. I also have the shade Mesmerize. I wear Flaunt for my natural days, like when I'm going to office. Mesmerize is a little bit more on the pinkier format, but it just works so beautifully on the skin. I try to capture it from one side just because I love the way how it shines. Oh, this is lovely. Such a lovely product. I cannot recommend enough that product. That's amazing. And the third product that I want to recommend in the highlighter category was from Whatsup Beauty, and this is the Serengeti highlighter. This also, it's such a beautiful highlighter on the skin. I absolutely love this product. Love the artwork of the packaging as well as the inside. It looks so beautiful. I don't even know if you can see it or not because I've used it so much. You cannot see the tiger's face. because I use it that much, but it's such a beautiful golden highlighter. This one is in the shade Safari Sunset. They also have another shade which is more on the icier side. But from the drugstore, if I had to recommend one product, this was like a close fourth position. It's from Revlon. It's the Prismatic Skin Light in the shade Daybreak Glimmer. Beautiful, beautiful product from drugstore. Definitely wanted to shout out this too. Let's talk about setting sprays. Talking about setting sprays, I would swear by these two setting sprays. I would not recommend a third just because I want to talk about it. But these two I just swear by. Both of them are from high end, but from the drugstore, if I had to recommend, I don't have it right now, but the Milani Make It Last setting spray, I've used and completely finished the product. This is almost out. This is the all-nighter setting spray from Urban Decay. Oh my gosh, I completely forgot, blanked out. I love this product. Like, this sets my makeup for such a long time. It doesn't move it anywhere. I am almost out of it. Like, I can feel it being right there. And this is with vitamin C in it. I don't know if vitamin C does anything in a setting spray or not, but this performs beautifully. It lasts my makeup for such a long time. I absolutely love it. The next one that I have to recommend is from Benefit, and this is the Professional Setting Spray. This is another product which absolutely lasts my makeup for such a long time. This sprayer is so fine that I cannot tell you how beautiful it is. Look at this. It's just lovely product. I love it. Absolutely one of my favorite setting sprays that I have in my collection. I feel like this is the only color corrector that I use in my collection, and I swear by it. It's from Ole Henriksen. It's the Banana Bright Eye Cream. I use this all across where I want to color correct. Underneath my eyes, around my mouth. It just works beautifully. I have mine in the shade Apricot, and it just works beautifully on my skin tone. It has a slight peachy tone for me, and it works beautifully. I use this every day of my life. I had one of a deeper shade, which I gave it to my mom, and she uses that religiously. She also swears by it. So it definitely goes from, like, it covers a wide variety of the age group also. It doesn't crease or anything. Yeah, she loves that product. Okay, let's talk about lips, right? For lip liners, I mostly swear by all drugstore lip liners. I have one exception, and that is from Makeup Forever. So many products. Okay, instead of 3, I'm gonna talk about 4, and this is the 4th one that I wanted to talk about from Makeup Forever. This one is in the shade Limitless Brown. I love this product. You have seen me use this product. Look how tiny this is. I use this quite a bit, especially when I want like a deeper neutral tone brown. This is my go-to, and this lasts for the entire day. And this is like an exception that I wanted to recommend because I feel like this is worth the money. So I would definitely buy it again when I run out of this. Rest, all 3 are from drugstore, all 3 very affordable, and I absolutely love all 3 of them. The first one, NYX Line Loud Lip Liner. I have 3 with me actually, and I love all 3 browns. I'm a big brown person, okay? I love a good brown lip liner, and I have 3 with me, all 3 beautiful. I have the shade Too Blessed, Rebel Kind, and Total Baller. Too Blessed is the cooler tone one. Rebel Kind is the deeper one. Total Baller is the warm tone brown one. I am wearing the Too Blessed shade, cool tone one, on my lips right now. And I absolutely love the long wearingness. I love the way it glides on my lips. And I love the way how it lasts throughout the day. Beautiful product. If you want a lip liner to last for a long time, another formula is from Maybelline. This lifter liner, I am in love with these liners. This is very like an everyday shade for me. This one is in the shade Let's Bounce. I am definitely going to pick out more shades which are more of a deeper brown tone. This is more like mauvey with a hint of burgundiness to it. I thought that this lip liner is going to be like this shade, but it's definitely much more lighter. I want a lip liner which is this kind of a shade. I really want it because I loved the formula of it. definitely gonna buy it for sure. And then obviously the Colourpop lippy pencils, I swear by them. I really like it. I just have one in front of me, which is BFF4, but I have several of them. I took like a pack of 12 nude lip liners, and I use them very often. Let's talk about lipsticks. I have 4 lipstick formulas to talk about, 3 lipsticks and 1 lip gloss kind of a situation. The 3 lipstick formula that I want to talk about, all 3 of them I swear by. First one, Merit matte lipstick. I'm a big matte lipstick person. You'll see me wear a matte lipstick quite often in my life. First one is from Merit, and this one is in the shade Equestrian. I love the matte lipstick formula that they came out with. It feels so effortless on the lips, but it stays matte and it stays for a long time. All 3 of them are like that. The second brand that I want to recommend is Natasha Denona. You know how much I love her lipstick. I love her undertone of the lipstick that she creates. This one is in the shade Amorosa, but I have Naya, I have Sammy, I have Yana. I have a lot of them. This one is Amorosa. This, I definitely use it with like my mauvey looks, which you know, like I use it quite often. So creamy, and everything I feel like her neutral lipsticks is truly neutral. It has a hint of gray, which I absolutely love in my lipsticks. And the third lipstick brand that I want to talk about is Huda Beauty. Absolutely love her lipstick formula too. It's matte. It lasts for an entire day. It's really pretty. This one is in the shade Last Night. Definitely willing to try more shades. I have actually a glowier version also. I like the matte version more. That's not a surprise. But if you are asking me to recommend something that is more glowy, I would recommend Makeup by Mario's this lip glow format. What is this called? Plumping Lip Serum. I have mine in the shade Blush Glow, which is more of a mauvier lipstick, but it's more like, can you see that? How shiny it is? It's very shiny on the lips, and I love this formula for that. So those were like my lipstick, lip glossy kind of a situation. Let's talk about mascaras. There are 3 mascaras in front of me, but I have definitely a favorite out of the 3. I have 3 mascaras. One is the Blend Bunny one. One is the Too Faced Better Than 6 mascara, and then the L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara. My favorite out of the bunch is L'Oreal Lash Paradise. I've just not opened it just because I wanted to finish these 2 before I open this. But this, I think I've bought this mascara like 20 times. Like, I go back to this mascara. I cannot live without having this mascara in my collection because I feel like this is the best one that it exists in the market, and also from the drugstore. This is amazing. I got this on a discount, but this performed beautifully. I have this on my eyelashes today, and this performs very similar to the Lash Paradise, the Too Faced one, but obviously, why pay more if you can get a drugstore mascara that performs the same? So I would say Lash Paradise. Okay, let's talk about eyeliner. There's only one eyeliner brand that I would recommend to you guys because it performs exceptionally well, and it is from the drugstore. A couple of bucks and you'll get the best eyeliner in your life. And this is from Wet n Wild. This is the Break the Proof eyeliner. Cannot recommend this enough. This one is in the shade Blackest Black, Ultra Black. Love it. Absolutely love it. This is what I wear every day of my life. Every day. Let's talk about eyeliners, pencil liners. For your waterline or anything, I feel like these absolutely knock my socks off. One brand that I would recommend is from Essence, and this is the Extreme Lasting Eye Pencils. I have 3 with me. I have one nude one, I have the black one. Obviously, black one I use the most, and then I have a chocolatey brown one. All 3 of them absolutely amazing. They last, they glide on the waterline without any tugginess or anything like that. I absolutely love it. But if for the color, I love a good chocolatey brown shade, and I love the shade that Hindash has made for a chocolatey brown lip liner, the shade Intra. I swear by this. This is such a beautiful brown. I cannot even recommend. This is like a rich deep brown with a hint of burgundy. I love this. Love this. So I would recommend these 2 brands for eyeliners. Am I missing out anything? Of course, eyeshadow palettes. Oh my gosh. Yes, obviously I love eyeshadow palettes, and majority of them would be an indie eyeshadow brand that I would be recommending to you guys because I love their variety of like shades that they give us, the formula that they give us. Out of the high-end brands, I would highly recommend the Natasha Denona palette. This is the I Need a Warm eyeshadow palette. I wear it like every day to office. Like I've not stopped wearing this. This is an amazing palette to have in your collection. This and My Dream is what I would recommend for my medium tan skin tone person. Like I really love this formula, especially for an everyday. Now let's talk about indie makeup brand, okay? Because I feel like these are the 3 makeup brands that I would highly recommend. I also love Huda Beauty's formula, by the way. Cannot wait to see what she has coming for this year. Okay. So let's talk about 3 eyeshadow palette formula. Laminatrix Cosmetics, Barely Basic palette especially. Absolutely amazing color story. She gives us basic but not so basic. Like she has some amazing color story, amazing formula. This is such an amazing palette to have in your collection. It gives us cool tones, warm tones, but with a hint of like mauves and greens also. Green is not like in your face, but you can make it in your face by using those shimmers. But these mattes have such beautiful gradient too. Definitely had to recommend that. Obviously, I want to recommend Blend Bunny Cosmetics. If you've not tried any Blend Bunny Cosmetics, if you love a color story, you will not be disappointed. I have 2 with me right now, Sugar and Grunge and Primal palette. I'm actually wearing Primal palette on my eyes today, except the shimmers. Shimmers, I used a few multichromes. I've already recorded this video for you guys. It'll be coming up very soon if you've not seen it already. But this is how the Primal palette looks. I love the way how she does like gradients, and the mattes just blend so beautiful. It's so special. Like Blend Bunny mattes are very special. There's only one more brand that I can say that does mattes like Blend Bunny, and I'll come to it very soon. This is Sugar and Grunge. Again, love the color story. This was definitely unique to my collection. I don't have these tones in my collection, so I definitely wanted to snag this too. I really love that. And last, certainly not the least, I have to recommend a brand which is Estee Lauder Cosmetics. This brand has absolutely knocked my socks off. These mattes are very comparable to the Blend Bunny formula, but the shimmers are definitely better than Blend Bunny. They do mattes and shimmers in such a way that absolutely amuses me. This palette is definitely customized according to my liking. This is my everyday palette, but the original Groovy Garden palette doesn't look like this, but I have everything that they have in their collection. I do have a code with them. It's Smithy Sony to save you 10% off. I have loved everything that they have created. If you like a color story, I guarantee you'll not be disappointed. Some of the shades are like more squishier and some are like more smoother. Now again, mind you, this is my everyday palette with them that I've customized, because they do, all the pans are like customizable, they're magnetic, so I gently do customize my palettes, and this is how my palette looks. And this stays on my vanity all throughout the year, because this, I use it quite often. I feel like this is like my perfect, like I have the peaches, I have the mustards, I have the greens, I have the blues, I have the browns, I have the mauves, I have everything. I have the purples. Like this is what I need in a palette. I made it myself, okay? But that's all for today. I want to collaborate with Estee Lauder Cosmetics. Tell them that you want to see Smithy collaborate with them, okay? I feel like we can create some magic. That's a brand that I absolutely love and adore, and I feel like I have some ideas. But that's all for today, guys. If you did like this video, you know what to do. Do tell me in the comment section below if there's anything that I have missed that you absolutely swear when and I have not said it. I feel like I might be missing out on it. So do leave it down in the comment section below so that I can try it myself. But that's all for today. I do upload 3 videos every single week, every Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays at 9 AM Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.